A lot of Indians, they set up companies in Dubai expecting that they have big money and they would be able to open a corporate bank account in some of the leading international banks like say a Citibank or a Standard Chartered or an HSBC. But let me tell you one thing very clearly. These banks will not open your bank account. These banks, they surely have a presence in Dubai, but they will not open your bank account. Hi everyone, I am Karan Batra and I've been helping people set up companies in Dubai for more than 13 years now. And in this video, I would be talking about the best banks in Dubai for Indians and would also be talking about the documents required for opening the bank account. Talking about these international banks, yes, Citibank, Standard Chartered, HSBC, they surely have a presence in Dubai, but they are not keen to open corporate bank accounts. Unless you are a listed company with millions of dollars of profits, they will not open your account. That is the harsh practical reality. They would be happy to open an individual account in your individual name, but opening a company account in these banks is almost impossible. This was not the case, say, 5-10 years ago, when opening an account was fairly easy. But now, opening a bank account in these banks is almost impossible. Now, given the fact that you won't be able to open a company account in these banks, which bank should you open a corporate account in? A lot of my clients, they ask me this question that if they can't open an account in Citibank or Standard Chartered, can they open an account in Indian banks like ICI or HDFC or something of that league? As these Indian banks, they also have a presence in Dubai. Yes, ICI, HDFC, and some other Indian banks, they do certainly have a presence in Dubai, but they won't open your bank account. Why? Because they don't have a full-fledged banking license. In simple terms, this basically means that they would not be able to open the corporate account for your company in Dubai. They are only allowed to provide limited facilities and are not allowed to open company accounts in Dubai. The only Indian bank which has a full-fledged banking license in Dubai is Bank of Baroda. Bank of Baroda has a proper banking license in Dubai and is a fully functional bank wherein you can open corporate bank accounts, open FDs, avail bank loans, etc. However, given the history of Indian PSU banks, a lot of people, they are not comfortable opening an account in the Bank of Baroda and rather prefer a localized UAE bank. And that is what is recommended as well. In fact, I myself don't have an account in Bank of Baroda and prefer to use a localized UAE bank for my own UAE company. And what I do for myself is the same as what I recommend to my clients. So when we talk about the localized UAE banks, the first name which comes to the mind is Emirates NBD. This bank is owned by the Dubai government itself and was started in the year 1963 as NBD Bank, which later merged with the Emirates Bank and led to the formation of the Emirates NBD Bank. This is a very popular bank and has a lot of branches in the UAE. A lot of documents are required to open an account in this bank and it takes over a month to set up a corporate bank account here. The bank is very selective as to whose bank account they will open and whose bank account they will not open. And there's always a probability that they will reject your application for opening a bank account. Another good bank in the UAE is the First Abu Dhabi Bank, which is also known as FAB. This bank is the largest in the UAE and is owned by the ruler of Abu Dhabi. This is a very prominent bank in the UAE with several branches across UAE. In fact, the First Abu Dhabi Bank is the safest bank in the whole of Middle East. A lot of my clients, they use this bank and I've heard a lot of positive reviews about this bank from my clients. The user experience is excellent, the transactions get processed very smoothly and the bank is fairly responsive. However, just like the Emirates NBD Bank, the FAB Bank is also very selective when it comes to opening a corporate bank account. See, banking in Dubai is not the same like banking in India. In India, it is the bank who's running after the client to open a bank account. However, in Dubai, it is the client who has to run after the bank to open the account, and it does take a lot of time to open a company bank account in Dubai. Opening an individual bank account in Dubai is fairly easy. You just walk into any bank and they will open an account for you. However, opening a company bank account in Emirates NBD or First Abu Dhabi Bank, it takes a lot of time. If you're physically present in Dubai and have all the necessary paperwork ready and can run after the banks, then you can think of applying for a bank account either in the Emirates NBD or in the First Abu Dhabi Bank. Opening a personal account in these banks would be straightforward and simple. Opening a corporate bank account in these banks is something which is fairly time consuming. If you are not in the UAE or don't want to undertake the hassle of running around to get a bank account opened, you can avail the services of a banking consultant as well, who will help you in opening the bank account. There are a lot of banking consultants in Dubai who will do the running around on your behalf and will get the bank account open for you. However, if you're short of time and want a decent bank account on priority without hiring a banking consultant, you can look at opening an account in the Wio Bank, wherein you can get your corporate bank account opened within a couple of days. This is the only bank which is very welcoming to all customers, and they are quite quick in verifying the documents and in approving the documents. The fact that they are able to verify everything digitally makes their process much faster as compared to all other banks. The fact that you don't even need a banking consultant to open an account in this bank makes it the go-to bank for most of the companies in Dubai. Most of the companies in Dubai which have opened in the past few years have preferred to opt for a Wio Bank account. So normally what a lot of people do is they open their corporate bank account in Wio Bank and open their individual bank account in something like an Emirates NBD or FAB so that the process gets completed faster. Wio Bank is also a government-backed bank and is in fact the subsidiary of the First Abu Dhabi Bank itself and is completely safe as it is government-backed. Their transactions are seamless and the internet banking facility is fairly easy to use. However, the disadvantage of Wio Bank is that they don't have any branches in the UAE and are an online-only bank. A lot of people, they get turned off on hearing this, but frankly speaking, I don't think there's any disadvantage of this being an online-only bank. This is not like some neo banks in India wherein the online banks don't have a banking license. You can't compare Wio Bank with the kind of online banks which we have in India. Wio Bank is a proper full-fledged bank with a banking license from the UAE government. The fact that it itself is backed by Abu Dhabi government and FAB Bank makes your money completely safe. Whenever a person is opening a bank account in any bank, the safety of money is what is of prime importance, and the money is completely safe in this Wio Bank. In fact, after hearing a lot of good reviews about Wio Bank from a lot of people, I myself opened an account with Wio Bank to check how good the banking experience is, and I must say it is top class. If you want me to create a detailed video of my banking experience with Wio Bank, feel free to request for the same in the comment section below, and I'll try to create a detailed video about my experience of banking with the Wio Bank. Within a short span of time, Wio Bank has been able to gain a good reputation in the UAE. In fact, they make use of a lot of technology, and that is how they are so fast and are able to detect where the money is coming from. If the money is coming from sanctioned countries like say North Korea or Sudan or Iran or Syria or some other troubled country, they will block your account. At the time of opening the bank account, they will ask you where your clients are located, and if your clients are located in any of these countries which I just now talked about, they will not even open your account. If you are an Indian and are receiving funds from Western countries like say US or Canada or Europe or Australia or from within UAE or any other developed country, they would be happy to open an account for you, and the whole process would be very smooth and hassle-free. In fact, they will not only open a local AED account for you, but they will also open a dollar account, a euro account and a pound account for you. They will require you to download the app, fill the application form, and will then do a video KYC and will open the account after verification. In fact, the debit card and the checkbook, that would also be delivered to your doorstep within a couple of days. Just to summarize, different banks have different banking requirements for opening the bank account, and some of the banks are very selective while others are welcoming. If say there's only one shareholder, the account gets opened faster. But if there are multiple shareholders, then the banks takes additional time in opening the bank account. This is because the banks will have to do the background check of each of the shareholder, and therefore additional time is required. Similarly, if this is a subsidiary company with corporate shareholder, then also additional time is required because the bank has to figure out which person is the real owner of the company and then do his background verification. Moreover, to open the bank account for a subsidiary company, the bank will ask for documents to be attested by the UAE embassy in the home country and then also by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in the UAE. This leads to substantial increase in time and cost, and it is for this reason that we recommend to set up a company in the individual name of the shareholder and not as a subsidiary. If setting up the company in the name of the shareholder is not possible, then the company can be set up as a subsidiary, but setting up a company in the name of the shareholder is something which is always preferable and should always be the first preference. Apart from these points, there are a lot of other things which the banks checks before opening the bank account. And if the company does not meet all these requirements, the banks don't open the bank account. And therefore, before opening an account, it is highly recommended that you take all these points into consideration and structure the company accordingly. See, opening a company in the UAE is easy, but opening a bank account is something which is difficult. A lot of people, what they try to do is, they try to set up the company themselves by approaching the free zones directly, but later realize that the entity has not been structured properly and later face issues with bank account opening. It is therefore recommended that you have this discussion with your consultant beforehand that opening the bank account of the company is also the responsibility of the consultant. And if you're trying to do all this by yourself, by approaching the free zones directly, then please make sure that you've done your research on how to open a bank account. Because the free zone will not help you with the bank account opening, or even if they do so, they will charge an exorbitant fees for the same without any guarantee whether the bank account will be opened or not. And I'm telling this from my own experience, as I've seen a lot of cases wherein the people contact us that the company has been set up, but the bank account application has been rejected as the company was not structured properly. And once the application gets rejected, reapplying is also difficult. So make sure that you file your application for the bank account opening perfectly in the first go itself. Apart from the above mentioned bank, there are some other banks as well, like ADCB, Mashreq Bank, RAK Bank, and all these are decent banks. All the banks in the UAE will ask you for the following documents, so make sure that you have them handy. The first document required is the certificate of incorporation of the UAE company, the license letter of the UAE company, the office address of the UAE company, the passport of the shareholders and the managers, and Emirates ID of the shareholders, and some banks may have some additional requirements as well. If you don't have the Emirates ID, then as per the UAE laws, the bank account cannot be opened. So if somebody does not have the Emirates ID, he would first be required to travel to the UAE to get the Emirates ID, and only after obtaining the Emirates ID would a person be eligible to open a bank account in the UAE. You may be able to open an account with Payoneer or PayPal without the Emirates ID, but if you want to open a proper bank account, then you need the Emirates ID. Even with Wio Bank, you need the Emirates ID. Why? Because Wio Bank is a proper bank authorized by the UAE government, and all the rules apply to the Wio Bank as well. I hope you found this video useful. If you need any further assistance in opening a company in Dubai, feel free to book an appointment through the link given in the description below, and I'll personally get on a call with you and answer all your queries. I'm planning to create more such videos in future as to how you can set up a business in Dubai, so make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.